Paul George, and he's one of the best in the NBA at driving in a straight line. So in this clip here, watch how he starts his drive. He's going to drive to his right hand, and right at this moment, you can see his left shoulder gets into the body of his primary defender. His hips are at the rim. His shoulders are at the rim right there. Everything is moving towards the rim so he can play in that straight line. When you watch really good drivers and downhill attackers, you see them playing straight lines with always their hips and shoulders at the rim. And this really stands out in Paul George's film. Inside out move. Now watch his shoulder right here get into the body of his primary defender and cut off that angle. He veers in his defender's path right there with a nice inside hand finish. This is against Herb Jones, one of the best defenders in the NBA, especially on the ball. And you can see his left shoulder gets into Herb Jones and then takes away that angle right there with that high pickup out from his body and plays in that straight line. Once again, watch his inside shoulder right here. Right there, you can see his shoulder gets into the body of his primary defender, and he can play in that straight line for the highlight dunk. He's so good at bumping his defender too. So we've talked about playing in that straight line, getting his hips and his shoulders at the rim, and getting that inside shoulder into the body of his primary defender. Now watch how he bumps his defender right here. He bumps him again right there to knock him off his path, and now he can finish right at the rim. There's a lot of key skills here you're seeing from Paul George when he's playing in this straight line. Starting with his shoulders getting into the body and his shoulders getting downhill. He doesn't allow his body to go into a closed stance. So in this clip right here, he turns the corner. You can see he's in an open stance with everything going towards the rim. You'll see players a lot playing a closed stance with your right foot here and your left foot here and your shoulders turned towards the sideline and not playing square at the rim. This is from OKC when he averaged 28 a game that year, 18-19 season. Watch this drive again. From the break, sweeps through. He gets that shoulder bump right there. Same foot, same hand finish, and one. You can see that bump he had right there in Andrew Wiggins. Now, another thing you really watch and see from Paul George is he plays in this sprinter stance a lot with his right foot forward, his left foot back, or he'll flip his hips. So left foot forward, right foot back. But right here, watch how he bumps Wiggins right there. And now he takes away the space, and now he can finish at the rim. He is always eating up the space against his defender. Great touch right there versus the rotating shot blocker. Once again, you're going to see this bump right here, and that creates the foul right there so he can go finish and one. Right there, that bump he has against his primary defender, and then he can finish through the contact.